So it goes to the Google Sheets, finds the latest one, executes the company research. It goes to the AI agent, finds all the data, tries to classify it. Okay, it classifies it as an ICP. Let's see what message it's writing. So it has already written. Now it's evaluating the message it has written, edit the fields, and append. Hey Marty, I have been following 11 Labs' impressive progress in bringing hyper-realistic multilingual AI audio. It's doing such a good job. This is a true agent because the number of steps keep on changing. See, 5 times it called this, 2 times it called this. It can call it 10 times, 20 times.
Every single person right now is talking about AI agents, but most of them confuse AI agents with automations. So in this video, we will make a true AI agent that can do sales for you. AI agent is different from automations. The fundamental difference is AI agents don't have fixed set of steps. I'm Roshan and I have been in AI space for a couple of years now, having built my $1 million startup. Let's start with what is the goal today. So any company who wants to sell software to a larger company, it's called B2B SaaS enterprise sales. In this kind of a sales, we need to understand whom we want to sell, the company, the person we want to sell, and what makes that person tick. So we will create an AI agent which can do all of this research about what that person talks about, how is this company, what is the latest which is happening in that company. Convert all of this information into an email and a LinkedIn. The plan is very simple. We will be given a set of people to research about, plus their companies would be there. The end goal is to send 2 things, LinkedIn message and 2 email, and that too hyper personalized. In order to achieve this, we first need to figure out whether this is even an ideal customer. So how we do this is very simple. We need to give it some classification metrics. Every company has that, whether this company fits in our target market, target industry, target size, is this the right time to approach, how should we approach it, etc, etc. So that is something we will call as ICP classification. Once we have identified whether it's an ICP or not, we need to create content, which is create these messages, create communication. And finally, we need someone to understand, okay, the email which we created, the LinkedIn message we created, is that all right? So we need a classifier. How we will achieve this is all these 3 parts. We will use multiple AI modes to evaluate and to do these research points. So for this, we will use a product called N at N. So we will create a workflow. So simply hit create workflow. Let's name it something. Let's name it ICP classification. Now it's very simple. We need to click over here and a lot of tools will come up here. Let's start from scratch. First step is to pull out information from Google Sheets or your CRM. In this particular scenario, so I have leads from here, okay? And whatever information I need to pull it over here. I'm doing this to simplify the entire process. You can have a CRM, you can have a lot of things. And every time, what I'm saying is, every time I add a person over here, you have to do a research and figure out whether this is an ICP, give it a score, create an email, create the body of the email, LinkedIn message, give me talking points during the call and key points to remember about this company. So all this information needs to be filled. First and foremost thing is, every time new row is added, I need to tell my agent to work on this row. So over here, I will just find Google Sheets and you will have to connect Google Sheet and whatnot. On row added, and I will just search for lead scraping, which is my sheet name, and every time a new row is added, I will fetch something. See, every time a new row is added, it is giving me all the numbers. So we don't need all these 3. I just need the last one, which is empty. So in this case, what I will do is I will create an limit feature. Limit restricts the number of item which is being pulled. So I only need 1 item, and that to the last item. It just gives me the last item instead of all. I'll again pin it. We have this person create another workflow, which is ICP classification. When executed by another workflow, this is the option we need to choose. Accept all data. Once we have the raw data, let's connect it with an AI to figure out whether this is my ICP or not. So we'll just message an OpenAI model and I'll just click the outside. So you just message a model. It also gives me an option to connect a tool with it. Okay, so I can connect anything. So let's connect our Google Docs tool. Why? I'll tell you. So in order to classify something as an ICP or not, we need to ensure that we have the right framework. So this framework is an ICP classification document. So I'm taking a company called Fern because I need to take a real company, but at the time of making this video, I have zero relation with this company. This is purely a dummy data, and all the research and everything what you see over here is my own thing done by AI. So this is just a dummy. I really admire the company, so I took it. I'll just take the URL of this company. So in the operations, just ensure it's get so that we can get this document, and let's execute and see whether it works. Okay, so I can get all the document. Okay, we need to choose some model. So let's choose 4O mini. Okay, and in the expression field, I need to give some prompt on what to do. So I have that. So I've already created some prompts. I will share this in the link. Review the ICP classification document, just copy paste. So just click on this to expand. Right now there is a lot of data which is missing. We'll get back to this. So before we jump into all these, the classification, we need to research about the company. We need to find all the data about this company. So we'll create another workflow called company research. And in this, we will use when executed by another workflow. And in this, we need to define some fields. So let's just first set the mock data, and this is our mock data. And when executed, I need to call a perplexity. So for company research, I need these data points. So let's just execute and see. The founder is Lenny, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. The easiest way to extract data is use OpenAI model. We can even find first name, last name from initial data. This is what we need to do. For a mini, execute this step. See, I didn't hit the pin. So now it's executing the previous step again, and then it's executing this step. So it's always better to just pin, and I'll edit the field. So right now it's giving me a lot of random stuff. So I'll just need to find this, and this needs to be an object. Perfect. Everything is there. This is the final data point which I need. Now we have done the company research. We need to classify the company. So whatever is this data, we can again, let's just go copy this and go to the ICP classification. So every time we create a new output, it can be added as a mock data and define using a JSON example. See, it's causing some error. I can just copy this, paste it over here, and it will work. And I can even set a mock data, save it like this or not. Now I can message a model. Fire me up, this node can only receive. Oh, so I need to connect this. Okay. So if as soon as I connected, it gave me all the information, right? Now I have all this information. I need to pass it. Let's see. So right now the company website is not clear. So this one I can remove with this LinkedIn. Okay. So what this should be doing now is it should give me an output as JSON, and we have connected this ICP classification document. So just name it ICP classifier. So if I message the model now, it will look at that model, look at what is my ICP classification metrics, and it will give me. So is ICP Lenny's newsletter is false. Let's just add one more step, one more data. So I also need output as is ICP, and I also need, let's execute now. Lenny's newsletter does not meet the specific firmographic, technographic, and need-based, blah, blah, blah. So it gave me reason for not being ICP. So we have now researched about the company. We have received all the new leads. We have classified whether this is an ICP or not. We just need email and LinkedIn. So let's create another workflow. This workflow is writes messages. Okay, so we have this information now. Let's execute and see. Yes, it works. Let's just save dummy data like this.
and it's pinned. So we have the dummy data now. Now we need to write a message. You can even fine tune your own model to write like your own. But in this particular scenario, I'll just message OpenAI and message a model. And in this, I'll add the prompts, personalized sales message. And again, this is the entire thing. We can just go to the expression, the company name, this data we can fill in, and you can just say hi, hello, hey, whatever kind of thing, greetings. It can write a message on your own. I want this to refer my sales playbook. So I already have a sales playbook where I have defined everything from how to write a message, what to write, what should be the subject length, everything is there. Okay. So instead of doing this, I'll just say personalized body as per my sales playbook. And I'll just copy this. You are to refer the sales playbook. Let's enter the exact name. All right. Now I need to connect this as well to that sales playbook. Right now it's not connected. So Google Docs. And I need to get the document. The URL needs to be here. And let's just execute and see. Yeah, it's fetching everything. Here we have not chosen a model. Let's just select 40 mini and let's just execute and see. It is giving me all the information. I don't need so much. So I'll just edit the fields. Content part again. So content. Let's just make that. Execute the step. Okay, I have hi Lenny. Hope this message I have been blah blah blah. See, it wrote that LinkedIn message, personalized email, everything for you. Okay, so now I need to evaluate whether this message is as per the document which we had, which is this sales playbook or not. Okay, so if not, I want it to redo this. So I will again go back home and again create another workflow, which is communication evaluation. It is also executed by another field. And this one takes the output from here, which is this. Okay, so now we have everything. There's an example as well. It's pinned. This will now have to evaluate. We'll use OpenAI again, message the model. We need to give the overall score and all these scores. We need to get the sales playbook, and let's just execute and see. Okay, so it gave me in the content. We'll just edit. Let's just pin it and edit. Just extract the data, which is this, and let's name it scores. Okay, and execute. So we have all the scores 0 0 0 0 0. Let's just add why it is 0. So it gave me some information after adding y and execute the step. Okay, so it gave me an overall score, which is good enough. After ensuring that everything is saved, let's go to the first, let's create like the first master kind of thing. Let's just rename it as master agent. We have already seen and gotten the last data. I need to create an AI tool, AI agent. An AI agent has multiple things. One is a model. In model, let's just select OpenAI chat model and 40. We need to connect all the tools we have created. So first we need to do the research. Let's just find data from previous research. So we need to execute a workflow, which was this company research. So see, we are now calling the company research from our master webflow over here. Okay, so let's just rename it, execute company research. Okay, so this is the revised step because we needed the contact form to be noted. Let's just try and execute now. We are not getting the input. If we get the output, that will do the job. Perfect. Now we got all this. So see, now we are getting a data from a different agent, which is this agent. Okay. And this is the output we are getting over there. So we can combine multiple AI tools in one master tool. Now we have the data, we have done the research. We need to classify if this is an ideal customer or not. So in this tool, we can add a tool called Annotate Workflow tool. Workflow is ICP classifier, and I need to give the description. So just type this and just put all the data over here about company. All right, execute the step. Is ICP false? Reason? Perfect. Now it's giving me the data. For now, I'm just creating a basic kind of a version. So I need to call multiple N8N workflows. So now this agent has these three tools, okay, and a memory and a model. So this agent can take independent decisions whether something is an AI agent or not, whether this is an ICP, whether this is not an ICP, whether we should evaluate, whether it should not evaluate, and we will write a prompt to ensure that this agent does all the qualifications. If it is an ICP, writes the message, qualifies the messages now, gives them a score. If the score is more than, let's say, 6 or 7 out of 10, then it continues with that message, otherwise rewrites the message. Now we need to call the master prompt, which is you are an AI agent. Your job is to research about the prospect. You have access to the following tools. Remember, we already created these tools: ICP classifier, content writer, content evaluator. Your objective is to run company research, pass the result, ICP classifier pay. Then if the research ICP is true, write content. So it explains the process, and constraint is that you return the final single query. So once I have this, I can just copy, paste in the master AI agent, and yes. Let's just see. I'm just adding so that I can open this. Okay, so I copy pasted the entire thing over here. How this works is, if I run this AI agent, I can see which node is being run at any given point in time, and I can then do this, go manually and verify and fix the error as well. So right now it said all these is fine, but it did not run these two, which means there is some issue. So if I click AI agent, it said the status is false. It shouldn't be, because the input is intercom, which is a existing customer of Fern. So let's try to rerun this and see what happens. This time writes messages was called, which means the ICP has been classified as correct. Now it's going to do an evaluation. Once it writes the messages, it will have to evaluate those messages. This failed, so which means these are the two things which are correct and this is incorrect. One of the easiest ways to resolve the errors is just copy this query, go to this message evaluation after saving. Okay, let's go to this and set up a mock data. So we need to ensure this data is being passed over here. We can see it's not being passed at the moment. Just add another query parser. So OpenAI will parse this query as a structured output, JSON output, to be 100% sure that this must be a readable format. You can also do stringify, JSON.stringify. So it's converted into a string. Okay, now output content as JSON, and let's execute and see. Oh, we did not choose the model. Let's execute and see. Okay, it parsed everything. Now let's spin it for now. And then edit the fields, edit again, and I only need the content field to be set as object, and I just need content, and any or properties, no, nothing is required. So this is the final data I want, and now this is being passed to the evaluation team, the evaluator kind of thing. So let's just add input data as this, and again see, it is coming as object so instead it should come as proper thing. So json.stringify. Okay, all right. So here we can now evaluate. Okay, I need to change the model. Okay, perfect. Now let's just check if everything is correct. Yeah. Let's run this. The tool is already collected. Node executed. So now in this case, it's running. It gave me an evaluation. So if I execute, I have scores already, but I also need this content. Let's just execute and see. Perfect. So this is my final output. This is how I want it. Now let's just go back to our master. And in the agent, we have already written something like, if overall score is greater than, let's say 6. So let's try to execute this now. Let's see. So it's running, it's calling the ICP classifier. It is, yeah, it has taken a long time now. But it writes the messages. Let's see if it calls the evaluation. So classification was correct. It should now call the message evaluation. If everything is correct, we can move forward. Yeah, it called, it worked. Okay, let's see the output. The output is this. Really good. Let's just structure the output. As an object. Let's see. Okay, let me just pin it first because I don't want to lose it. Okay, so ICP status evaluation score is 9, which is really good. It has given me talking points, intercom, key research, everything is here. Let's do one more edit. Okay, we'll do one more edit. It's easier this way, that's why I'm doing. There are n number of ways you can do this. Let's look at our final leads scraping. So we have these is ICP score, email subject, and whatnot. So is ICP is something first. So this will become is ICP, or I'll just copy here. ICP score. So overall score. No, this is the talking point score. Agent edit fields ICP score. ICP points, key points to remember. If I now execute, see, this is my final answer, and it has written everything. So let's just pin it, and let's now update to the Google Sheets. So Google Sheets, append or update a row in the sheet, and I have to find this document which is called leads scraping. Choose the main sheet, map each column manually. All right, so here we have to find one column we want to match for. So we will use LinkedIn because LinkedIn is something which is unique. So we'll match with LinkedIn, and value LinkedIn using to match. We need to send this. This will be below. So let's use that. We don't need these outputs. This. Now we need these things to be appended. Okay, so is ICP, ICP score, email subject, email body, LinkedIn message, talking points, key points to remember. Everything is done. If I do this, look at this. Okay, you saw? It pushed everything over here. That's our entire thing. Alright, so I'll just unpin everything, show you one more time how this is working. I'll add a new person in the lead. Alright, so let's add one more lead, and I've added this. Let's go to our agent. Okay, let's go to our agent. I have saved this. Okay, let's hit run and see what happens. Execute the entire workflow. So it goes to the Google Sheets, finds the latest one, executes the company research. I hope it works. Okay. It goes to the AI agent, finds all the data, tries to classify it, whether it's an agent or not, ICP or not. Okay, it classifies it as an ICP. Let's see what message it's writing. So it has already written. Now it's evaluating the message it has written. And now, once I have all this information, I need to edit the fields and append, and I'll just see this. All right. Unlock faster global AI audio deployment. Hey Marty, I have been following 11 Labs' impressive progress in bringing hyper-realistic multilingual AI audio to include as founder focused on blah blah blah. Would it make sense how similar teams are using Fern to reduce technical friction? See, it's doing such a good job. Now, instead of me using this generic AI models over here, GPT 4.1, you can even fine tune basis all of your company's data to write these information in much more personalized manner, like how exactly your team does. So everything is here. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this agentic kind of a thing. But now this is a true agent because the number of steps keep on changing. See, 5 times it called this, 2 times it called this. It can call it 10 times, 20 times, and n number of times. Thanks. If you liked it, please like the video.